smallness conditions on a topological space. The first property we consider is compactness in topological spaces. We say that a subset A of a space X is compact if every cover of A by open subsets of X has a finite subcover. We can also say that a space is compact if the set X itself is a compact subset. Another property similar to compactness is the Lindelof property, which is defined as follows. A subset A of a topological space X is said to be a Lindelof subset if every cover of A by open subsets of X has a countable subcover. And we can say that the space X is Lindelof if X is a Lindelof subset of itself. Now we consider a proposition. Let X top be a topological space and A be a subset of X. Then A is a compact or Lindelof subset of X if and only if the subspace A is compact or Lindelof respectively. That is, we have claimed that A is a compact subset if and only if the subspace A is compact. Similarly, we have also claimed that A is a Lindelof subset of X if and only if the subspace A is Lindelof. Proof. First we show that A is a compact subset of X if and only if the subspace A is compact. Suppose first that A is a compact subset of X. Now we need to show that the subspace A, that is the space A with respect to the topology tau restricted to A, is compact. To prove that, let us consider an arbitrary open cover, say G, of the space A. Then each member, say capital G, of the cover G will be of the form some H intersection A, where H is an open subset of X or H is an element of tau, using the definition of subspace topology. We were able to express every member capital G in this form H intersection A because we know that every member of this cover G is an open subset of the subspace A. Now for every member of the cover G, fix some member, say D of G, of tau such that this G can be expressed as D of G intersection with A. Then the family of all such sets D of G, where G element of cover G will be a cover of A by open subsets of X. This is possible since every set of the form D of G is in fact a superset of capital G, where capital G belongs to cover G. And we know that this family G is a cover of A, and hence the collection of supersets of each member of this family G will also be a cover of A. Hence we can definitely say that this family will be a cover of A, and we know that these subsets are all open subsets of X. Now since A is a compact subset of X, this cover D of G, where G element of family G, will have a finite subcover, say D of Gi, where I varies from 1 to n. Then corresponding Gi's will be members of family G for each I varying from 1 to n. Now since this collection covers capital A, we can say that their union, the union of members of this collection, will contain A. So we can write union over I varying from 1 to n D of Gi contains A, which can also be expressed as the union intersection with A contains A intersection with A. That is, union over I varying from 1 to n D of Gi intersection A contains A. And we know that D of Gi intersection A is in fact equal to Gi itself. So we can also write union over I varying from 1 to n Gi contains A, which implies that the collection G1 etc. Gn is in fact a finite subcover of the cover G. Thus we have proved that every cover of the subspace A has a finite subcover, which shows that the subspace A is compact. Now to prove the converse part, suppose that the subspace is compact. We need to show that A is a compact subset of X. To prove it, consider an arbitrary open cover, say collection G of A by open subsets of X. Now let us form another collection, say H, which is defined as the collection of all sets of the form G intersection A where G element of collection G. That is, we have constructed a new collection from the family G by taking intersection of every member of this family with A. Now we know that H is an open cover of A by open subsets of the subspace A, since every member is of the form G intersection with A where G is an open set. So these sets are all members of the subspace topology on A. And since the collection G is a cover of A, this collection H will also be a cover of A. Hence we can say that H is an open cover of A, since H contains open subsets of the subspace A and H covers A. So we have H is an open cover of A by subsets of the subspace A, and we have assumed that the subspace A is compact. So this open cover H will have a finite subcover, say collection G1 intersection A etc. Gn intersection A. Since every member of H is of the form G intersection A, we can express the finite subcover in this form also. Hence we can say that union over I varying from 1 to n Gi intersection A is equal to A, since this collection covers A and these members G1 intersection A, G2 intersection A and so on Gn intersection A are all subsets of A. We can say that their union will be equal to A itself. So we can also write union over I varying from 1 to n Gi contains A. That is, the collection G1 etc. Gn is a cover of A. So we can see that this collection is in fact a subcover of the cover G. Thus we have proved that every cover of capital A by open subsets of X has a finite subcover, and hence we can conclude that A is a compact subset of X. Thus we have proved that A is a compact subset of X if and only if the subspace A is compact. Similarly, we can also prove that A is a Lindelof subset of X if and only if the subspace A is Lindelof. The proof can be modified by replacing the word compact by Lindelof and finite by countable to obtain a proof of this statement. I am leaving the proof of this statement as a homework for you.